Okay then, in this video, video number 4, this is what your customer sees, and I'm going to show you the two sides of it. So it's what your customer sees in terms of how they set up the memory album, and what the guest sees. So there's quite a lot in this video to cover, so do bear with it. There's a lot of good information in here. Remember, this is what your customer is going to see, so it is worth you watching this. So if you get a question, you can always come to me, but you will hopefully have the answers without having to come to me. So when your customer logs in, it will be your branded page, so your logo and your name where it says memory album at the top, and your business name. They won't see some of these that are in the top. Okay, now I am going to redo the actual memory album website, so it's more about the service rather than me selling it, because the way the partner stuff works is a better way than I currently have it set up for me selling it. Because the way it works for me is I give the customer just goes to the website, clicks register, they then get into the dashboard here, then it will ask them to take for payment. So I'm going to be using the same system that I'm offering out to everyone else. So all the partners will be using the same system as I am, so it's just your own branding. That way I've not got to worry about various, if somebody was to go to the home page, which currently isn't showing on the partner logins, but if it does, if I do re-add it, it will be about the system, not about me selling it. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Right, so moving on with this video. So on the left hand side you've got your navigation, and these are just quick links to the various parts on this page, so it is all one page. Now I am likely going to redo the order of these. So for example, the QR code, I'll more than likely move it up because that's in after the timeline, so we put it in the order of things that are needed. So anyway, we'll start off with the dashboard. So it's welcome Dave. I signed up as Dave, and my current theme is garden party. I can view my page by clicking that link there. I've already opened it, which is here, and you can see the couple's names. Now it will be displayed as your name's wedding on your personal page. So let's say, for example, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. So I don't need to put Mr. and Mrs. Smiths. I don't need to make it plural, okay? Because when I update the names, if I go back to here and refresh, you will see it puts it in for you. So it says Mr. and Mrs. Smith's wedding. Okay, it will always make the name plural, and it will always put the word wedding. Okay, so all they need to do is put the name in there. Next thing they would want to set up is where they want their photos to be uploaded to. Now, as I've said in other videos, this is set up for WhatsApp, a WhatsApp group, or a Google Drive. Now it does show them how to do it. So if I click here to set up, so this is how to do Google Drive, and then if I want to do the WhatsApp group, you go there, you put your WhatsApp group link in there, and then you save the upload options. Now if I go back to the dashboard, how to get your links, this explains, so it's a guide for them to have a look, right, how do I link it to my WhatsApp group, and then further down it shows you how to do the Google Drive. There's also some tips for managing it, and then I've got a dog barking here, so if he does bark too much I'll pause the video, but he's a pup and he's a pain. But yeah, so I've got the comparison between WhatsApp and Google, so it shows them which is which one they want to go for. Okay, so going back to the dashboard overview. So we've got that, we've done the photo uploads, it's now set to WhatsApp. So if you have a look here, it was originally on Google, I've changed it to WhatsApp. It can be one or the other, you can't do it to both. So I've just changed it to WhatsApp, so I've refreshed the page, and now that will upload photos to WhatsApp. And the way that works, when you click on that, if they're not already a member of the group, it'll ask them to join the group, which is a private wedding group that the couple would have set up, and then they can start posting the photos and videos. Google Drive slightly different, it's not a group, it will allow them to upload photos and videos, but as I've mentioned in the how to get your links, with Google you do need a Google account, otherwise they won't be able to upload, so that's why there's two options on there. Next thing, we have the wedding timeline now. As you can see, I've already got stuff in there. So if we were to get rid of stuff, for example, get rid of fireworks, and that will have removed that. But the way it works here is you just simply put the time, or again, I keep saying you, I mean the customer. So they'll put the time. They can either click the clock or type it in. So let's say, I don't know, 2000 hours, so 10 p.m. and then they could have fireworks there. So whatever is going to be going on, they can put in there and then add that timeline event. And then if we scroll down, you will see, did I say 10 p.m. for 2000 hours? How bad's that? So there you go, fireworks at 8 p.m. Okay, if they don't, if it needs changing, they can delete it and just move it around. So they can play around with it, and then that again, that will show here. So it's like a little, if you've done weddings, which you will have done, you will have seen this sort of thing. Usually they're on a board or things like that. Now, one thing before going to the next bit, one thing I am going to look at doing is having the option to enable and disable. Now, I've done it on one of them, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So if your customer decides, well, I don't really want that on there, they'll be able to disable it and it won't show on the guest page. Okay. Next up, we have the theme. So it's currently set on the garden theme. That's the garden theme. Now, it will look better on mobiles. This is designed for mobiles, okay? So it will work on a PC, on a Mac, on a laptop, whatever, but it is designed for mobile devices. I am going to tidy the code up, so whereas you can't quite see it because of the recording area that I've got, but that is set to the left. I think that'll look better over in the middle. So it's an easy fix. I've just not got around to it yet. But again, on a mobile, it looks absolutely fine. It is a mobile-based service. But if they want to change the theme, they literally choose which one they want, update, and then that updates it when it first starts. It changes it, and likewise for any of the other themes that are on there. Okay, but I'm still in the process of doing some of the themes. So let's have a look what that one is. So that's just a modern one. So you can see there's various options. All right. When they do update the theme, all the content stays as it is. It's just the colouring, some of the fonts might be different, but the content stays exactly as it is. And the order, again, I'll look at reordering some of the stuff on that page. So that's your themes. QR code, this is what I'm going to look at moving towards the top of this page. So when they register, it will automatically create a unique QR code, which when scanned will take the guest to the wedding page, that page. Okay, there's also a link, so if they want to send it out to somebody beforehand or somebody who's not going to be at the wedding, they still get involved, they can send that link and they can, whoever opens it can then send photos and videos if they wanted to do so. So good if you've got family overseas, etc. Okay, just scroll down again. So that's the QR code. Personal word search. This, when I first created my album, the word search was the first thing I put on there, and it was going to be the only thing I was on there. I just wanted to give something a little, and then I thought, oh, this will be okay, and I would try it. So I've added more and more. But the personalised word search, the way this works is you put a word followed by a space or the word and. So, for example, I've put in Jamaica, which would be the honeymoon destination, Dave, Lorraine, page boy. You can have more. So you could put, I don't know, church. So it's about keeping it personal. Now, what I would advise is maybe advise your customer to not do too many in here, okay? Because it will automatically put some words in, wedding related words in there anyway. So if I save them words, and if I then refresh the page here, again, we're looking at on my PC, so it will look better on a mobile. So you can see here we've got bridesmaids, church, which I've just added, Dave, Jamaica's there, Lorraine, page boy. So they were my words, and then the groomsmen, honeymoon, speeches, they're automatically added. You can't see the full line of this, but it says if you're using a phone, the word search is best played on your phone sideways, landscape. That is no longer the case. Personally, I think it does look better. But originally, when I did it in portrait view, you might have half of the line here, depending on the theme, that was missing, which is why I included that in there. So if that is the case, they turn the phone, they'll see the full board. But I understand, obviously I can't check every single different type of mobile phone. But my understanding is it is working. I'm using Samsung, going to try it on an iPhone, and it is fine. Okay, next up you got Wedding Bingo. This is again, these will be optional. So the word search will be optional, so there will be an enable, disable button on there. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But the Wedding Bingo, it's just a custom bingo squares specific to your wedding. These will be mixed with default wedding moments to create unique bingo cards for your guests. So they've got a round in. Best man fell over. No, that's probably not a good one. Best man, I don't know, spilt a beer. So they put whatever they want in there. So obviously I'm just trying to guess things in a minute, but it would be stuff relevant to what they may think is going to happen at their wedding. And I'll quickly show you. So this is the bingo. So if I reload that, now it does do them at random. There's quite a few phrases in there, but it should choose the ones that your customer puts in. So Dave's got a round in there, and the best man spilled a beer. And the way it works, as things happen during the day, or they may open it later on. Oh yeah, I saw that earlier on, and yeah, I saw that happen. Someone mentioned to the weather, yeah, that was Auntie Doreen. And the idea is it's just a little bit of fun that they can play for themselves. They get a line, and when they get a line, bingo. And if they want to play it again, they can do. Just click new card, it'll do that, and then it creates a new card for them. Okay, so Dave's got a round in there again. The best man, yeah, best man spilled a beer. So the personalised, the words that they're putting are in the card. Okay, so that's the bingo. Guest message templates. Now this is really handy. So the way this works is pre-wedding. So before the wedding, the couple are going to want to tell people that they have this QR code service that is going to be at the wedding. They scan the QR code, and basically it's just telling them it's going to be there. So they can copy the text and send it however they want. They can click send via WhatsApp. That will open their WhatsApp, and they can send it to whoever they want on there, or they can send via email. So that is pre-advising that the system's going to be there, and they would like people to use it. After the wedding, because not everybody will scan the QR code, not everybody will upload photos. So after the wedding, there's a little reminder. So thanks for being part of the special day. Hope you had a wonderful time. Blah blah blah. If you haven't already, please share photos, and then that will open the page again, the personal page. Okay, so people can still play it, they can still use it after it. Now when the enable and disable stuff's on there, they may decide to disable the timeline, for example, because that's no longer going to be relevant. Okay, so it's like a mini little wedding themed website for the couple. Okay, and there's some good stuff on there. Wedding trivia about the couple. So I've just thrown 4 in here for now. It does say at the bottom here, some tips for it. Aim for 10 to 15 questions. Make it fun. So the way they add the questions is they put the question in there. So Lorraine's worst nightmare, and then they put the correct answers in. Correct answer in the first box there, and then 3 wrong random answers. Now if they're doing the answers, again it tells you here, try and keep it relevant to what the question is, and when they add the question again, it will save it on there. I'm not going to add that one because I've not put the answers in, but you'll see at the bottom the little trivia about the couple there, and it says these trivia questions were customized by the couple just for you. Again, on a mobile, that is nice and sensor, it looks great. Okay, conscious of how long this video is going on for, this will be on YouTube, so there's some tips there. And the other thing that you may have seen there on screen, you can't, I don't think I can move this, I can't move my screen. Let me make this a bit bigger, 1 second. So you can see the questions there. So it's a bit of a fun, what type of wedding guest that are you? So take the fun quiz to find out. So the guest would simply just choose what they want on all of these. There's 6 questions. Just a bit of fun. It literally is fun. And then once they've got all the questions answered, just click WhatsApp, I guess, am I? And it says there, I am the Photo Bomb Pro. You're in more wedding photos than the couple. Your goal, make every picture memorable, even if it's for the wrong reasons. So again, depending on how they answer the questions will depend on what the result actually comes in as. So that's, I'm just gonna make it full screen again. That is everything, I think. I think so. I think I've covered everything in the video. Bingo, word search. Yeah, that's it. So everything's in there. So as you can see, it is not just a case of uploading photos or videos. It's like an entertainment package. Now, if you've done weddings, you will know that there is always times when people are sat around twiddling their thumbs. Certainly during when the photographs are being taken, they have them in between moments. This is ideal. You can go out, or we'll do the photo hunt. I'm not sure if I've shown you the photo hunt. Quickly show you that. So there's some ideas for there it is, the wedding photo hunt. So they can, yeah, got that one, yeah, got that one, and then they can upload the photos. It's going to get more photos for the couple. So overall, I think it's a great system. QR codes are not a new thing. They have become massive for weddings. You will see, if you are going on Facebook groups, if you're on Instagram, you will see people talking about the QR code system. Where can I get a QR code? Where can I get a QR code that doesn't cost the earth? I'm charging £9.99 for my couples. Because of the price of this, you could also use it as an add-on. So for a £5, or even if you wanted to buy a load and even take your price down even more, but if you're doing, say, a magic mirror, or you're doing event dressing or whatever, it's cost you a £5 to give them this little bit of extra as a freebie, then it's not breaking the bank. So it's something that it works, it's good, and it is in demand. People are using QR codes. Just go on Facebook groups, search QR code, you will see people asking for QR codes. Anyway, I'm finishing the video there. If you have got any questions on that one or any of the other videos, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. I think I mentioned it in this video. I am going to look at redoing the memory album public page, so it is more about the system rather than about me selling it to the public. And then I'm going to work the same way you guys will. So I'll be using it as a partner type service, and we're all playing on a level playing field. Then I have removed as much of the branding as I can, so when your guest logs in, they won't see any of my branding. The problem with that is there's like stuff in the footer which you will see here. So you only see this footer on the dashboard and the login and log out page. But I've removed that for the partners. But there's stuff in there like support and stuff like that. So whether I bring that footer back in or not, I don't know. But I am going to look at redoing the homepage, and this is the homepage now. So it's basically telling them exactly what it does. So you can actually use this, but there is a payment option at the bottom. Okay, which I'm going to get rid of this, and I will get rid of the register on here as well. So again, you would then be able to use this as a homepage, so you can show people. And I'll see if I can link that to your unique code as well. Anyway, that's it for this video. Nearly 20 minutes long. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with me. Any questions, as I said, give me a shout. Take care.